microtransactions, and
DRM.
Downloadable content.
What's up, gamers? Gamer Rant here. So, I managed to get a digital copy of MK11. There's a link in the description box if you want to figure out how I did that. And it's not explaining how you can get your own copy, just putting that out there. And one of my subscribers suggested that I record proof that it requires you to be online in order to earn rewards. Because we've seen YouTubers mention this offhand, but we haven't actually seen anyone show it, you know, as like definitive proof. At least no YouTuber that I've seen yet. Anyway, so the footage you're about to see is, I don't have a capture card, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to stream it to my PC with the internet being off, because obviously it has to be off so that we can see the supposed it doesn't work. So I'm just taking note on that. I'm not using my GoPro because the battery's dead and I didn't want to wait for it to charge, so I'm just using my webcam, so I apologize for the slightly less quality of video. And as you're watching the footage you're about to see, I want you to remember every Mortal Kombat game from its beginning all the way before the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. And the one thing I want you to keep in mind is, in the future years to come, how many of the older Mortal Kombat games you will still be able to play and have a complete, full experience. As opposed to Mortal Kombat 11, 20, 30, 50 years from now, when the servers go online, you don't have access to none of the rewards. You won't even be able to unlock them. And of course, no day one update to fix any fucking issues in the game. And even if, you know, NetherRealms, you know, backpedals and actually fixes the grindiness and of course removes this online, always online bullshit, this still means, you know, 20, 30, 50 years from now, Mortal Kombat 11 in its current form, physical copy, will be less of an experience than everything that came before it, at least in older generations. Alright, gamers, so someone suggested I do a video like this, even though I've already done like 3 videos today, but hey, 4th time's a charm, right? So, like I said, we be recording in the ghetto style, because I ain't got a capture card, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use the whole Xbox One remote play to my PC if I had the internet off. I mean, there's probably instructions for that, but I was just too lazy to look it up. I wanted to get this shit done, so like I said, the ghetto style. I know this isn't me playing. It's just one, you know, you let it sit too long. And the TV's muted, by the way. That way I can hear my fucking self think. So it's checking to see if it can update the game data, which of course it fucking can't because we're not connected to the internet. Alright, so the last 2 categories obviously do not require online connectivity. So the only 2 in here, which is the online mode and whatever this AI battle mode is. I have no idea if this AI battle mode is some kind of online mode, because I tried Googling it before I made this video and found absolutely dick information on it. And yeah, it just pretty much tells me the network connection to Xbox Live has been lost. So I guess we'll have to look at that when we go back online. Alright, so we go to the Conquest mode. Now, we'll talk about the story when we get to the story mode. But apparently you earn rewards, but you do not get access to them until you go online. I actually have played a little bit of the story. like what is it, Sonya Blades, and like one in, well, I think his name is Kodokan or Kudokan or Kodokan. Kodokan sounds better. Well, not inherently to me, it just sounds like a generic ripoff of Shao Kahn, but whatever. Generic ripoff because they generically ripped off their own character. So, Towers of Time. As you can see, the network connection to the Xbox Live has been lost. Now it's red, and then the crypt is also red because we're not connected. So you can't even go into the crypt without being online. So it's not even like you can go in it. You just can't get any of the loot boxes in it. You can't even go fucking in it. Now it's pretty deceiving because this one isn't red. So you might think, oh hey, but if you actually attempt to go into it, that's when it's like, oh yeah, my bad, we forgot to put a red mark on this because, you know, you're not online. We're just falsely deceiving you. There was an error retrieving classic towers from the Mortal Kombat 11 servers. No save data or rewards will be given out. Do you still wish to continue? So you can play it, but literally all the rewards are locked fucking online. This is just some bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, I'm having a brain fart. Oh yeah, there we are. So we're gonna go back into the network. We're gonna go online. Of course, probably gonna have to like reload this shit. You are now online. Let us infest your fucking home console with bullshit ads from the community and the store. Is it shameful to say that I kind of miss consoles not being connected to the internet? I don't know. Well, technically the PlayStation 2 had an Ethernet port, and there was like a very few games that you could play online. But at least they didn't do the, you know, the whole advertisement bullshit. Yeah. Dick Netherrealms, Warner Brothers sucking ass games. Gamer Rant's not biased. I'm only biased when it comes to bullshit like this. Okay, so we are now inherently online. So everything's available. Alright. These are all on. So let's see. Send your team of customized AI fighters to battle other player teams. Okay, so that inherently is why, obviously, it's an online mode. Honestly, personally, it's a fucking stupid mode. How about that? Talk about completely fucking useless. No imagination whatsoever, Ed Boon. What happened to you? Oh. Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. We don't get a message saying we're not going to earn Jack Dick because we're online. Oh, my motherfucking God. This... Oh my God. If someone had sent me a physical copy after I made this video, I would record myself breaking this piece of shit game. But unless I plan on breaking my Xbox, and let's be real, I ain't gonna waste money like Boogie2988, alright? Because I don't have money to fucking waste. Now, I did see somebody where they went for like the story mode for what they earned, but I have no idea. Oh hey, I think I found what I'm looking for. You have completed a fight in story mode. Well offline, claim your reward now. So yeah, see, here's definitive proof. Definitive proof, ladies and gentlemen. You do not earn in-game rewards if you are offline in the story mode and everything else I showed you. You have to be online. You know, I always see gamers defending microtransactions. The tired excuse, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. And yet they fail to realize the one factual truth, not even my opinion, a fact, that if you were to take every game that has DLC and some kind of microtransaction DLC, and they do not have a complete edition, those games are going to be incomplete 20, 30, 50 years from now. Because the servers are not going to be up forever. This also means that any of those games that are massively broken, Skyrim, for example, any of the original copies when it was first released, when those servers go down, none of those day one updates for Skyrim are going to be available 20, 30, 50 years from now. Except maybe on the PC. I also often hear that the reason why microtransactions and DLC exists is because developers aren't making money. So here's a question. Why do you guys feel the greater need to punish the consumer, the fans that made your company what it is today? Because ironically, the biggest argument, another argument we hear for the reasoning behind microtransactions and DLC, because we hear this a lot. I've also heard it for an excuse for NetherRealms. We shouldn't blame NetherRealms. We should blame Warner Brothers because they're making them do it. So you're telling me that Warner Brothers CEO's got a gun to Ed Boon's head, telling him he better put this shit in the game or he forfeits his life because, that's what corporations do, apparently, in the gaming industry. People ultimately fail to realize that these developers make their choices. They make the beds they choose to lay in. And if developers aren't making money from their games, how is that our fault? Why is it they feel the greater need to punish us? Why is it that they feel for them to make money, they need to punish us by taking stuff that used to be free in the game already and unlockable behind no paywall, behind no grindiness, and make us pay for it? Why do they choose to, instead of making complete artistic representations, they're making incomplete products that will eventually become nothing but paperweights? It's probably insulting that I held that up and actually made that statement. I apologize. Why? Tell me, Ed Boon, why did you put all of the in-game rewards locked behind an online system? Why did you purposely make this game grindy? Why is there microtransactions in it anyway? Why is it that you even have easy fatalities as a microtransaction? That's easily something you could stick in the menus option. But diehard fans, they need to make money. So why are we being punished because developers lack the capacity to make money or to create something that will generate money? But don't get me wrong. I'm not completely arrogant or ignorant within this ideology. Level 1 games. You may know them from Professor Layton, Dark Cloud, most recently the Neo no Kuni series, alright? A few years ago on the PlayStation, they released a game called The White Knight Chronicles. That game had $200+ of microtransactions and DLC, and 95% of it was microtransactions. Fans actually got a hold of, Level 5 Games, a Japanese company, and they was basically, what the fuck? And Level 5 apologized to various people that contacted them and said, we were forced to do that by the publisher. If developers aren't making money, then clearly the problem should not be put on our shoulders. Developers need to start standing up to these corporate publishers that no longer care about making art. They only care about money. If you don't, and we're not just publishers, if the fees for going on the console or Steam or whatever is too fucking expensive, you need to start speaking out about this shit. Because gamers will back you up. We don't want to have to pay for your mistakes or excuses. And you not making money is an excuse. Because you have other options that you could do. But instead, you'd rather take that burden and put it on us, the gamers. And not only do you do that, but you willfully then divide the gaming community, because you have certain people that are okay with DLC and microtransactions, and some that are in the middle. It depends on what kind it is. And then you have others that are completely against it. Instead of taking accountability, you willfully choose to put that weight on the very fans that made you as big as you are today. And you ultimately also have to ask yourself, why would you choose any of the big publishers out there to publish your game, especially a company like Electronic Arts or Warner Brothers? You know what they're going to do and what they have done. Stop making us pay for your incompetence. And as opposed to gamers, stop making excuses for DLC and microtransactions, because I will say it again. It is a fact. They are garbage. 20, 30, 50 years from now, when those servers go offline, how many of the PlayStation, Xbox 360, PS4, my brain fart, Xbox One, and I don't know whether the Wii or the Nintendo, but I'm going to include them just in case. How many of their games are going to be incomplete? I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit in gaming, if you're a person who wants to defend microtransactions and DLC, if you're a person that wants to defend the very kind of practices found in Mortal Kombat 11 and other modern day games, knowing what they used to be, you are part of the problem.